That is, of course, the unmistakable sound of Sir Van Morrison, and his music is so loved that there's an alumni band. So Sophie is a singer and songwriter who performs in that band. Leo's on the saxophone, but you're also the musical director, aren't you? So you're running the show a little bit, I guess. And you've toured globally with Sir Van Morrison over the years and played all sorts of tracks. In fact, you were just saying that one of those was the very first one that you ever did.
Days like this, my first day in the studio with Van, I turned up and that was the very first thing we recorded, which we do in the show.
Goodness me. Well, I was going to say, stunning music. How do you choose what goes in there?
This is the problem, isn't it? Yeah. We sit there before the show, like, look at this list. You know, there's nearly 1,000 songs to choose from. So you think of Bright Side of the Road, Brown Eyed Girl, Moon Dance, If I Told You Lately, Crazy Love, it just goes on. So it's a lovely problem to have.
Yeah. You're also weaving kind of stories, aren't you, in between the songs? Have I got that right?
That's right,
So you're kind of telling the story. How does that work on stage?
Well, it's such an incredible collection of songs, and the fact that it's being performed by the musicians, who have worked with Van and being kind of reimagined. There's some incredible female vocalists who are kind of, singing the songs in their own way. And it just makes for an incredible story, really. And, Leo gets to share some of his experiences of having worked with Van. And so, yeah, it's a really special evening.
We had a funny moment last night. We were doing it last night, and we had the list of songs, and the bass player said, we got to this song, Someone Like You, which is on the Bridget Jones soundtrack. It's a massive hit. The bass player, Steve Pearce, casually went, yeah, that's me playing on the original of that one. It's like there's all these lovely moments that we share with the audience, and we talk about when we were in the studio, this happened and that happened. It's a lovely walk through the catalogue of all these amazing songs.
Gorgeous. And Leo, I hear that you've got some pretty amazing stories from all the time that you spent with Sir Van. What's this about a Wembley gig and then a dinner afterwards with Robert De Niro? What's this?
You've got very good research. we did a gig at Wembley Arena. Actually, about 3 weeks before that, we're in New York. We're on stage, and the trumpet player, Matt Holland, who does the gigs with us, said to me, look in the wings. And I turned around, and Robert De Niro was standing in the wings, you see. I've been, oh, my God, Robert De Niro. Turn the clock forward, 3 weeks later, we're at Wembley, and Matt says to me, he's here again, your mate's here. I went, what? I turned around, and he was there again, doing that, And afterwards, we were invited to go for dinner. So you kind of find yourself at the dinner table with Van and Robert De Niro, and what do you talk about? We'll have to come back another time and tell you what we spoke about. Because I think I might have to wait till it's after 9 o'clock.
OK, fine.
But it was a fantastic, amazing experience,
He must have really loved you and Sir Van.
He's very good friends with Van Morrison, and Van has written songs for King of Comedy, and so there's a whole history there,
Let's, why don't we take this moment to just have a little bit of a listen, because we heard Sir Van singing, but of course you're the one singing on this, you and some other vocalists. Let's just have a listen. I don't think we're seeing you there, are we? Are we seeing some of the other vocalists?
Me.
Was that you there?
That's me there, yeah.
Oh, what's it like to sing these songs? Because you come at this from a slightly different angle, don't you? You didn't perform with Sir Van at the time, but you're a massive fan and you grew up with his music.
I had the pleasure of being in Tom Jones's band for many years, and we were on lineups with him at some jazz festivals, so I got to interact with Van that way. But it's been a really special experience, coming in and doing vocals. I play some flute on it as well, and it's musically just so wonderful to get to know these songs that you already know so well. They're all kind of part of all of our history, but then to get to know them in this way where we're singing them every single week, and it just really is special. I feel like you get to reconnect with how amazing the songwriting is. So it's such a joy, and the audience are amazing. There's this real connection with the audience, isn't there? Because everyone's got their own experiences of knowing and loving Van's music, and so it's a great night.
And he loves this alumni band, doesn't he? He really supports you guys.
It's so lovely. He's been really supportive. We asked if he was OK with it. And, especially the fact there's female singers. So it's not a tribute band.
Yes.
We're not paying tribute to Van Morrison, we're paying tribute to the songs.
Yes.
And these songs are incredible. They're going to be around for years after all of us, And you forget that, you know, Lennon's got McCartney, Jagger's got Richards, but Van has done everything on his own. The words, the music, the arrangements, and you forget someone sat down with a blank piece of paper and had to come up with Have I Told You Lately and all these amazing songs. So it's a real thrill.
Oh, well, listen, we're kind of running out of time, but actually I just realised today that he's got his own residency in London.
He has.
In September.
Go and see him, yeah.
Is he going to come and see you guys? Will he pop up on stage?
I think he's going to be quite busy doing it. He's always welcome, of course. He did come and sing with us about 6 or 7 weeks ago in London at Coco one night. But yeah, amazing. So if you check out the website, you'll find out where he is as well.
Wonderful. Listen, it's going to be amazing. I know that you've been having a great time. Sophie, Leo, thank you so much.
Thank
Pleasure.
you.